Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to another Walking Dead video. So in this one here, I actually want to talk about the spin-offs here because we got some pretty big updates here. And yeah, so I want to get into all that. So before we go any further, obviously make sure to be a subscriber if you do want to get all my Walking Dead content like this. We have official confirmation on a lot of stuff here, on like literally all the spin-offs. So Daryl Dixon, that spin-off is officially filming now. I believe it started filming yesterday. So episode 1 began yesterday. Norman Reedus posted some stuff to his social media that looked really, really awesome. Like his new outfit, it looks very different. Like he's actually wearing like this. I mean, obviously he always wears that like a black long sleeve shirt sort of thing. Maybe it's rolled up, his sleeves are rolled up or whatever, but it looks like he has like this beige shirt underneath sort of thing. So it's definitely a different look. He has like these leather gloves. Basically, the only thing that's different about it is that Daryl's wearing sort of a beige shirt underneath because he's usually always wearing black. So yeah, that's the only thing that's different. Also, I think he posted some stuff on Instagram today as well that I saw online where he's actually riding a horse. So yeah, this spinoff definitely looks really intriguing. I'm really curious on just what the story is here, because I don't know if we're gonna get that hint right away. Like, I think the way The Walking Dead ends is he finds out Rick Grimes is alive and out there, and he might find out some clues on where he could be. There could be some awareness of the Civic Republic, and that's where he got taken to. I don't know if we're going to see in the finale, though, like him sort of leave and go to that location. Like we might actually see that. Like we might see him drive off and like away from Alexandria kind of thing. But I don't think we're going to get any hint at where he's going, or maybe that there is a mention of it. But you get my point. Like we're not going to see why he's in France. We're not going to learn what happens to him when he gets there, because it seems like this first season is going to focus a lot on that. It's going to focus on like, why is Daryl in France? And I mean, they've actually said so, like he's trying to put the pieces together and figure out why he's here and how he gets back. And I think he'll find out pretty much right away why he's there. But he does form alliances. He does form, I guess, friendships with new people. And it's sort of this thing of like, should I go back yet, or should I deal with this kind of thing, right? And so I'm pretty sure the Civic Republic is also over there in France as well, from what we learned from World Beyond. So there's definitely a lot here. Like there's definitely a lot more to this story, right? We also did learn as well that The Walking Dead Dead City has now officially wrapped filming, and that was a couple of days ago already. So Dead City is completely wrapped. It took them, what, 4.5 months or whatever to film all. No, not even that, like 3.5 months to film that. There might be some more stuff they have to do. They might have to come back to do some extra work, to film some other scenes, maybe certain things that didn't work out. So they got to kind of do that, or like reshoots or whatever. A lot of shows do that. But for the most part, this is all wrapped up and done. So that's kind of cool. That's really cool to think about. The show's obviously dropping in April, probably early April. So that's about, like, what is that? It's about 6 months away, right? 5 to 6 months away, which kind of seems like a really long time, to be honest. I think what they want to do, though, is sort of leave some breathing room there for The Walking Dead. Like, I feel like what they want to do is have Fear the Walking Dead air in February and just sort of give us a break a little bit from some characters. And then in April, give us the return of Maggie and Negan. Now, as for the Daryl spinoff, like, honestly, if we're going based off of some of the spinoffs here and the scheduling for this, and we assume that every single show takes about 3.5 months to film, and again, it could be different, it could be up to 4 months, but just say we go based off of that. If the Daryl spinoff, started filming today, 3.5 months from now would be basically, the end of January, right? Like a month from now is November 25th, and then December 25th, and then January 25th, plus a couple of weeks. So I guess early February. The Daryl Dixon show should be done in early February, and then say it airs 6 months from that point, right? Because obviously Dead City is airing in about 5 to 6 months from now. So say the Daryl spinoff then airs about 5 to 6 months from that point. That would mean that I would be set to air in like July, August, which actually makes so much sense, because that's sort of what I've always predicted with this, is that it was going to be an August release. And so that's pretty crazy if you actually think about it. Like literally, we're not going to have Daryl in anything for quite a while, which is a little different because we usually always have him around, right? So I think that's kind of cool, to be honest, like to take a break from some of these characters for a little bit. It's going to be refreshing, to be honest. Like it's weird, but it will be refreshing. We'll see certain characters after a bit. We won't see characters for a while as well. Like literally next year, we're only going to have Negan for 6 episodes. I know we're going to have lots of Walking Dead content in general, but like it's going to be weird because like we're going to have Negan and Maggie for 6 episodes, and then that's it. We got to wait a whole other year to get them again for another. I don't know if it'll be 6 episodes. Like, again, I think 6 episodes is for the first seasons of these shows. They might stick with that going forward, but I can see them upping it to like 8 episodes or 10, probably around there. They won't do 16 anymore, obviously, because they have 3 shows here. Doing 16 each would be too crazy because they have Fear the Walking Dead as well. So I can see them upping it to like 8 episodes, maybe 10, right? Depending on the reaction and the hype from the fans and stuff like that. So I'm excited for that. Honestly, I'm definitely really excited to see what's actually going to come of all of this. And I think that actually means, and I think it actually, that's perfect. Like I said, the Rick Grimes TV show is going to be filming very, very soon. I believe Gimple said they're going to be starting filming in the new year. So, if they start filming in January at some point there, it takes them, say, 3.5 months or something. They'll be done in April, end of April or something like that. And then, 6 months later, the show will premiere in October. So it makes perfect sense to me. To be honest, it actually makes perfect sense. You know what? I'm going to check something right now, like something really, really quick. Oh, that would have been so perfect, actually. I went to go look at October 2023 to see what potential release dates there could be for the Rick show. And I was wondering if Halloween landed on a Sunday next year. It doesn't. That definitely sucks, because Halloween, obviously, of 2010 was the premiere for The Walking Dead. So it would have been kind of cool if the Rick Grimes show actually premiered on Halloween. But no, Halloween next year is on a Tuesday. So yeah, they can't really pull that off. Honestly, I can see the Rick show probably premiering on October 8th. They usually go a little bit earlier, so I would say October 8th, and then 6 episodes, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It would be done filming on November 12th, basically. I mean, maybe they push it a little bit more because, I think they like to have The Walking Dead or Walking Dead content going into like later November. So maybe it wraps up filming, or maybe they started on October 15th, and then it goes until, what is that, November 19th? Like, I could see that being the case. And so the Daryl show would probably premiere, say August 27th, which would be in line with a lot of stuff for, say, like Tales of the Walking Dead Season 11A, always premiered at the very, very end of August. So if it premieres then, that's 1 episode. The second episode is September 3rd. So it would go 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th. The finale for the Daryl Dixon show would be over on October 1st. And then, to give it a 2-week break or whatever, the Rick show would come back. Anyways, I'm just speculating on all this stuff right now. But yeah, I'm definitely very excited to see, more information here with the spinoffs. Like, that's sort of where I'm at right now. And that's where I can't wait to do a lot of videos on all this stuff. Just right now, it's kind of hard to do. As soon as The Walking Dead is over in a little under a month here, there's going to be so much information. Like, I think they're not talking about a lot of stuff. And honestly, I think we never got our first real teaser at Isle of the Dead, or not Isle of the Dead. I keep saying Isle of the Dead, at Dead City, because of the criticism of like announcing the spinoffs, right? So I think we're going to see our first real footage for all of these shows, especially Isle of the Dead anyway. Dead City. Man, I'm really never going to get used to that. Like, I keep trying to call it Dead City, but it was just known as Isle of the Dead for so long. Like, man, I think they really messed that one up. Like, I know they were probably trying to see how fans reacted to the title, with not having The Walking Dead in its title, but I think they probably saw that not a lot of people were aware of it, and it was just different. And I think in terms of marketing, it doesn't really make too much sense to do that. And honestly, like, I like having The Walking Dead and then just have like ... Daryl Dixon, or like The Walking Dead ... or whatever, World Beyond, and then having that Dead City. Like, I think that works the best. I think for the Rick and Michonne TV show, it should just be called that as well. The Walking Dead, what is that, semicolon or whatever, and then Rick and Michonne. Like, I think it just works the best because people know exactly what they're getting. The title is very recognizable, and I just think that if you're on a streaming service and you're like looking up something to watch, you type in The Walking Dead, that search result's going to come up right away. And then you'll see something titled The Walking Dead, Rick and Michonne, and you're like, oh, wow, what's this? You'll see Rick looks different, and you're wondering, what is this? You'll click on it, and you're going to watch it, because you're like, oh, wow, he's actually, like, he came back, that there's more stories here. And I'm talking about just, like, fans who maybe stopped watching, who heard that Rick was gone, or maybe they stopped watching because Rick left. They'll see that, and it's so easy. And I really do view it like that. Like, I'm viewing it from a point of marketing. It makes the most sense. I also think it's very clean and very, like, it just works, right? Like, I think when you get too creative with titles sometimes, it's just, I feel like it just feeds into people's egos. Like, I really do. Like, there's something about, if you're a writer or a creator of something, when you try to get so creative with things, too creative with things, it's just like, okay, calm down. Like, someone's gonna bring you down to earth here a little bit. Just like, that's why I think Marvel is so successful, to be honest. I think that, not even just that, I think people who know how to brand things very well, who make things a lot more simple and just like what it is, just really just down to earth. This is what it is. I feel like things like that are a lot more successful, and instead of calling it Isle of the Dead, like we would probably, like honestly, for a casual fan typing in Walking Dead in the search bar, you might never know that that show is there because it might not actually pop up. Like it actually literally might not pop up, right? Now I feel like a better title probably would be The Walking Dead, Isle of the Dead. Something like that like might actually work a lot better, but yeah, obviously they wanted to go with Dead City, probably to shorten the title, because I think calling it The Walking Dead, Isle of the Dead or something, it's just it's too long of a title. The Walking Dead, Dead City, just, yeah, somehow it works. But yeah, that's basically where we're at right now. I wanted to do a video talking about this. You know, the Daryl spinoff is going to be is filming right now. They're doing episode 1. The story looks really interesting, you know, based off the set photos that Norman Reedus has been posting. Dead City is officially wrapped up, so I do expect to see some footage after The Walking Dead is over in the next month. So I think we'll get like a 30-second teaser or like something like that. It might actually be a trailer. You never know. They've been filming for a while. Yeah, that's all done. And then the Rick Grimes TV show, that's going to be beginning filming probably in January. If not then February. Like Gimple said, in the new year. It's going to be at some point in the winter, I believe. I do think it'll be in January, just based off of the scheduling for a lot of this year. So yeah, very, very exciting. We're literally on the verge here of them filming this TV show. Rick and Michonne will be back, and the set photos from that, just all of that stuff is going to be crazy. Like literally we're starting off 2023 in a crazy spot. Like we haven't actually been there in a while. I don't know the last time I think the fan base has been this excited for anything Walking Dead related, because we've been sort of living with where we've been for a couple of years now, and yeah, I'm just very excited for next year. But anyways, I'm gonna leave it here. Definitely post all your thoughts down below. Hope you guys all enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.